Peace, peace, peace. Welcome to the channel. I am A-Tone. This is A-Tone Tarot. You are tuned in, Gemini, for the topic of how do your coworkers really feel about you, or whoever you get your bag with, basically. So for my entrepreneurs out there, you are not left out. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. For my Gemini collective, we're going to get up into it. As you can see, I'm working on some of my views. It looks a little different. I got a background now behind me. Gemini. Ooh, right? And you can also see the cards before you. So let's get up into this message. Without further ado, I will be breaking down your spread via my Spirit Box Tarot. I'll be pulling 10 cards. I'll also pull 5 cards to find out the characters around you at work. And I'll close out your message with the Kipper deck. So for my Gemini collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, let's get up into your message. And if you could, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. All right, Gemini. Let's see what your coworkers think about you. Or, you know, the people you get your bag with. For my entrepreneurs, like I said, I ain't leaving nobody out. If you are a sole contributor, sole proprietor, you got partners, you got contractors, vendors, people that you work with to get the job done. It's not a one man or person show. You got some people out there that you work with. Let's see what they think of you as it relates to your professional relationship. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's get up into it. How do your coworkers, how do my Gemini's coworkers feel about them? Apologies, my card has got a little scrambled eggs over here, guys. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for my Gemini collective. How do your coworkers feel about you? I love the artwork on this deck. It's one of my favorites. If you care. I should put the description to the deck in, I'm sorry, not the description. I'll put the deck in the description of this video. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope all is well with you guys. I just went live on 11/11. Go check it out. I tapped in to see what your future self will want you to know on 11/11 for all signs. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Two more cards, please, for my Geminis. All right, Gemini, let's get up into your message. So, you, Gemini, receive the 10 of coins, the Knight of Wands, the Star, the 9 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, the Emperor, the 4 of Wands, the Justice card, the Moon in reverse, as well as Strength. So this is a lot of false love. Like on the surface or into your face, Gemini, people are celebrating, singing your praises. But really they feel like you need to go sit down somewhere. They, when you're in front of them, they will speak so highly of you, your work ethic, how you just do everything right, and you're seen as like a lone wolf. I got it. You do everything, but secretly, people, they love and hate it to some degree. There's envy there. Like more people wish that they could have your work ethic, similar to Taurus, but um the difference here with you, Gemini, is Taurus was unaware that they were knocking it out the park as it relates to their production. You, Gemini, oh, you're fully aware. You make it your business to be the best. And people just roll their eyes at that. Like, well, Gemini, just go sit down. And can someone else get a chance to win an award, please? Like, geez, Gemini gets nominated for everything. Gemini is always on time. Like, but they don't want you to know that they don't really particularly care for how well you show up and do your thing at work. Like, you're a natural star at work. You've learned a lot of lessons and you've earned your just due. Wherever you sit in your career, Gemini is rightful, is deserving. It's not anything that was just handed to you. This is just your title, right? But secretly, with this moon being here, people hate your strength. They hate how even humble you are about it. You're aware, but you're not boastful. You don't boast. You know who you are. You're affirmed. You're confident. You're solid. You do your 8 and skate. You're nice to everyone. You bake cookies. You dress up when it's time to dress up. You just do everything right as it relates to towing the line at work. You don't miss a step ever. You almost seem perfect without a hair out of place, Gemini. And secretly, people don't really, like that. Now, as it relates to people that you report to, or the people that, sign some paychecks, oh, they love it. They love how punctual you are. You follow process. You're engaging. You're pleasant. You're nice to work with. You are the model from management that they want the rest of the team to be more like you. Yeah, they want more Gemini spirit up on the team, right? And by way of the authorities and the people that matter, they definitely have taken note of your abilities, your skill set, how well you do your job, Gemini. It's not missed. If you thought they wasn't paying attention, they are. So some people above you, they are seeing you as the shining and upcoming star on the team. With this Knight of Wands to this star being here, you may not be there yet, but you could have taken on a project or two that nobody else wanted. And that gained you recognition in a way that was favorable or will be favorable as it relates to your career. And other people are like mad about it. Well, they had the opportunity to jump on that project too, but nobody wanted to touch it. Gemini did. Yep. And Gemini didn't even say, oh, I'll do it. No, Gemini thought about it and said, can I do this? How am I going to do this? And then went to someone maybe behind closed doors and said, let me take a look at that project and do an assessment and see what I can give. And, you went about it in a very critical way, right? And a systematic way. And even doing that, it brought a certain amount of recognition to how you approach things that upper management appreciates, basically. Upper management appreciates how you operate and move, Gemini. So Good job as it relates to how you're seen at work, to the ones that matter anyway. With this Emperor being here, you are celebrated with the Four of Wands by authorities that sign paychecks and determine bonuses and things like that, and budgets for the following year. So, and rightfully so, because you've earned your keep. You've had your time where you were lower on the totem pole and you had to do the grunt work to get to where you are. Or you are doing the grunt work right now so that you can get to that next level of being able to relax and chill. And when I say relax and chill, not that you won't do any work, but the higher up you go on that corporate ladder, the amount of task that you have to complete becomes smaller, but the impact of the task that you have to complete becomes greater. So as you go up the corporate ladder, or you move up in whatever industry that you're in, decision making becomes your primary role as opposed to the actual work that needs to be done. So you're working your way up, and something that may be on the horizon that you can't even see coming right now as it relates to a good job for your endurance, for you maintaining a consistency of quality as well as quantity. Gemini is going to turn out to work in your favor. So good job. Let's see what characters my Geminis have around them. What characteristics do your coworkers possess? Or, like I said, the people you get your money with. Whoever you get your money with, what are their characteristics? Let's take a look. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for my Gemini collective. Let's see what they have around them. Five cards, please, for my Geminis. One more card, please, Spirit. All right, very similar to my Taurus. You receive Genius, Captain, Aesthetic, Blacksmith, and Spiritual Seeker. So with Genius, that to me is basically my Gemini. Like, whatever you're doing, the powers that be at your job see it as genius. You could have simplified something and they're like, oh my goodness, it's so simple. It's genius. That's what I'm picking up on for my Geminis. And with Captain being here, again, it's being recognized by whoever is driving the ship, aka writing the checks, that you have a certain aesthetic and you deploy a certain amount of discipline, commitment, and consistency, Gemini, where they want the rest of the team to be tailored to move and operate in such a way. And with Spiritual Seeker being here, that is possibly some of my Geminis looking for some answers through prayer, meditation, around direction of next steps. Or maybe when you pray and meditate, you do get those light bulb moments and ideas that may help your team in such a way where you are seen as the hero, Gemini. So, You are being advised with this spiritual seeker to meditate, pray, and just continue to do your 1-2 as it relates to your career presence. Let's close you out with this message from the Kipper. Let's see what the Kipper is talking about as it relates to my Gemini's co-workers. How do my Gemini's co-workers, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus feel about Gemini? If you could, please, and you haven't done so already, please smash that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. Your girl would greatly appreciate it. All right, let's see. What does the Kipper have as a closing message for my Gemini? All right, so you received official person, courthouse, thief in reverse, toil and labor, and poverty. So at work, somebody is, again, not in favor of the recognition and high honor that you receive from upper management. The official person from the Kipper is like law enforcement. Honestly, like military background. So this could be someone who works in the military, or this is military. Why is this doing that? Why is this view like that? This camera just has a mind of its own. I don't like that. I'm sorry, guys. Apologies, guys. I don't know. Again, it just zoomed out on its own. Maybe I have to play with the settings. My apologies. So official person is someone who has a military background, a police officer, a judge, someone who can make decisions is the official person. Whoever can make the final decision at your job, this is who this is in relation to, right? And that person that makes the decisions at your job might have received or being directed by way of legal responsibility to return something to you that was taken at work. Could be overtime monies, something like that, where you could have been struggling, Gemini, and something is returned to you with this thief being in reverse. Somebody at work might owe you something, so it might help to get a lawyer involved. I don't know. You might be dealing with a situation where money is missed. I would make sure I'm paying attention to my pay stubs with this message, Gemini. So that's what I got from the Kipper, just as an added layer. Like, you may or may not need to get a lawyer or official person involved, or someone in a decision making position at your job is going to rectify something as it relates to something that was taken from you, and you might not even realize that it was taken from you, because this is like a pickpocket energy. You don't realize the money is gone or something is gone until it's too late, right? So, but it's in reverse, so it's coming back to you. So and with poverty being here, you could, like I said, be struggling right now, but something's coming back, and it's coming back because you were steady Betty, despite you not being treated fairly. You still showed up on time every day. You still did what you were supposed to do, despite maybe there being a legal battle going on in the background. I don't know. It could be something like that. But that is your message, Gemini. I hope that it helps. And until next time, peace.